Hi there, I'm 8-Pack of Overclockers UK, the UK's #1 benchmarker. Today I've just released a whole range of very high-end computer systems, aims to be the best of the best. Here, this one first, we've got the Supernova. This is the cream of the crop system, the absolute best that's available today. Within this system we've got 3930K, overclocked to at least 4.9 gigahertz. It's got 16 gigabytes of DRAM, which is running at 2400 megahertz C9. Within the system, we've also got three NVIDIA GTX Titans running in Tri-SLI. They're overclocked to 1200 megahertz on the core and 1750 on the memory. Also within the system, as you can see, we've got full braided cables from Bitfenix. We've got water cooling fluid by Mayhems and a very distinctive red and black colour scheme. This system is basically designed to run anything, any resolution, including 4K on the entertainment side, and also enables you to do any type of encoding, videos, music and so on in half the time. We've also, if you want to come around the front here, we've got the Aquera LT fan controller. This is controlling or system monitoring for all the fans in the system, and it also has sensors so that when you put the system under higher loads, the fans automatically kick up. The most you ever have to run the fans on this system, which is running dual loop water cooling, is about 50% to keep it completely stable under 100% load. And this, at 50%, these fans are completely silent. They're only spinning at around 700 RPM. Other interesting features on the system here, we've got the 8-Pack branding here on the case here to show that it's an 8-Pack system. Each of the fan grills has got the 8-Pack logo on it. We've got one there at the back and also some on the radiators here and here. And then here in the base we've got the illuminated 8-Pack front panel. Right, let's have a look quickly at the next system here. This is the Hypercube System. And this is designed squarely at the gamer mainly, but also has many other uses. But the design project for this was a smaller system in a smaller case, but for the absolute high-end gamer. The motherboard of choice in this one is a Gigabyte OC Force motherboard with an orange and black colour scheme for the system in tune with the board. The OC Force has many features, but the main feature I'm taking advantage here is the PLX chip on the board, which allows full bandwidth to the graphics cards, which is 3 GTX 780s in SLI. These graphics cards are overclocked to about 1150 megahertz with the memory running over 1700. Again, we've got Bitfenix black and orange cabling in there to complement the colour scheme. This system is Haswell based, and the Haswell in this system is overclocked to 4.9 gigahertz with HT enabled. Also within the BIOS, there's a profile that suits games. That's for games that don't suit hyperthreading. Enable that profile and you've got a 5 gigahertz overclock. The memory in the system is hand-picked and tuned Avexia Core Orange, which we'll see has the orange LEDs on and matches perfectly the colour scheme. This memory is rated at 3000 megahertz, but in order to improve the overall performance of the system, I've actually downclocked that to 2933, but tightened up the timings from the stock of CAS 12 down to CAS 11, but also tightened all the sub-timings up so I can use a 1T command rate. This system, like I said, is designed at the gamer and can literally run every single game at top settings with everything enabled. It can also be used not only for single resolution, single monitor high resolution, but up to 3 monitors high resolution. Within the system, again, we've got the 8-Pack logo on the side here. We've got the fans. If I just open it up, we've got the fans here with all 8-Pack branding here and here. And we've got the 8-Pack logo front panel here. With this system, we've got 512 gigabytes SSD and 3 terabytes of storage. We've also got the motherboard water cooled as well. Each fan in this system is again controlled by an Aquacomputer USB fan controller this time. We don't have the front panel and the remote control as on the big system, but this has all the same features within an easy to use USB interface from within Windows. Okay, let's move around to the third system then. This third system here, also known as the Polaris, this is in a tall Case Labs tower case again. Got the 8-pack logo here on the front this time with a Blu-ray rewriter there. Here in the system itself, this system aimed at very high resolution gamers and encoders. We have 2 GTX Titans, both overclocked to around 1200 MHz on core and around 1700 on memory. They're water cooled, again in a dual loop configuration. The CPU on this system is a 3770K, and that CPU is overclocked to a minimum of 5 GHz. We've got 16 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator memory there, which with its white LED complements the look of the system. But not only this, I picked it for its absolute performance, because that RAM will overclock up to 2600 MHz at very, very tight timings, C10, or 2400 MHz, very, very tight timings, C9. Also within the system, we've got the fully water-cooled motherboard, which is the ASUS Maximus 5 Extreme. That motherboard is fully featured and has absolutely every port and feature that you'd ever want. Of course, it's top-line motherboard, you'd expect that. Storage on this one, we've got a RAID array running 1000 megabytes a second read and write capabilities from 2 Plextor M5 Pros. That RAID array is 1 terabyte in size, so very substantial. If you want to shift files very quickly, RAID's the way to go. The storage on this one is 3 terabytes, again, so you've plenty of room for all your files and games. This particular system, as you can see, has got a very nice white powder coat finish, and this type of finish and colour coding will be available on all my systems on Overclocker's website. And basically every system you can pick what colour you want, what colour fluid, Mayhem's fluid you'd want in the tubes of each loop, and so on and so on. So very customisable for the end user. Obviously here I've picked the obvious colour coding to match with the components that I've chosen, but at the end of the day everyone has their own personal choice, so we can be flexible there.